Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Damon and I'm here to talk to you about third grade math. We're starting in the unit that I love, and that is fractions. Here's an apple, and I think you'll agree with me that this is a whole apple. And if I want to look at the numerical value of that, of course, as you know, it's represented by 1. But I could take this whole apple and I can cut it down the center and make 2 halves. And now, if I look at this on a number line, I can see that I must have my number line starting at 0 and ending at 1 to represent the 1 whole. And now I have 1 half and 1 half. Another way that I can think about that is with the graham cracker. As you can see, I have 1 whole, but if I break it down the middle, I have 1 half and 1 half. Well, when I take strips of paper and I think about 1 whole, I can take the same size strip of paper and I can divide it into 2 equal parts and have 1 half and 1 half equaling 1 whole. And I can keep going with that concept. I can take the 1 whole and I can divide it into half and half again and make 4 equal parts. Now I've got fourths. And I can keep going, and I can divide my strip up into 1, 2, 3 folds and get how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighths. 8 equal parts. And of course, they all equal 1. 1 half equals 1. If I divide it into fourths, that equals 1. Eighths, that equals 1. Why don't I try dividing it into 3 equal parts? Fold it in thirds. And ending up with 3 equal parts, which is thirds. I could take that same concept and fold it into thirds again, and one more time, and end up with 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So when we think of equal parts, we need to think about what we call those. And before we get there, I want to talk to you about this. Let's just review and look at these diagrams, and I ask you, are these all equal parts? Well, this one is, but this one isn't. We have this strip up here that we could divide into equal parts and have 6 equal parts, but right now, this one is not equal parts. We have this circle here. Yes, that's divided into equal parts. And if I look at each diagram, they're all divided into equal parts. Are these equal or unequal? Take a look at each one, and this is a good time to stop the video and talk about it. Now, we want to talk about naming equal parts. If we look at these, we want to think about how many equal parts there are. Before we go on to that, I'm going to take a look at this here. We call 2 equal parts halves, 3 equal parts thirds, 4 equal parts fourths, 5 equal parts fifths, 6 equal parts sixths, 8 equal parts eighths, 10 equal parts tenths, and 12 equal parts twelfths. Why don't you talk for a minute with your math partner about what you're observing on this diagram. We're going to move back over to this diagram 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts, just like a pizza pie. This is eighths. Don't let this deceive you. We have 4, 4, 4, 4. They're arranged differently. But do you agree with me that those are equal parts? This is arranged into fourths. This takes some time to count, and I want to be sure that I count correctly. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 equal parts. And of course you know that's twelfths. This one's easy. Are they equal parts? Almost looks like a mirror image, doesn't it? And I would agree with you that these are equal parts. I have halves. Talk about what you've learned today and review together. 2 equal parts are halves, 3 equal parts are thirds, 4 equal parts are fourths, 5 equal parts are fifths, 6 equal parts are sixths, 8 equal parts are eighths, 10 equal parts are tenths, and 12 equal parts are twelfths. You've named equal parts. And that'll bring us to the next lesson about fractions. And remember to think about the apple and the graham cracker and how one whole can be broken into 2 equal parts.